We talked a lot about Troy's offense. What do you see from them from a defensive perspective?
I think they're pretty good. Like on the depth chart, they're returning a lot of starters from last year, so I think they're pretty experienced and getting better. But that's pretty much what I've seen on film.
Last year, I think they were second in the country in terms of getting interceptions. What is there something about their scheme where they're really aggressive?
Yeah, I think they just when their chance comes to make a play, they're going to make it. So we just have to eliminate the chances of them making the plays and make sure that we're doing it.
We talked a lot about the special teams angle and you returning, and I know people are like they want to protect the #1 receiver, but you seem pretty eager to do it. How excited are you to get out there and obviously trying to balance not putting yourself at risk? But
yeah, I think I'm pretty much where I was last time. I'm just ready to do special teams because Coach preaches that it's not a transition phase. It's special teams for a reason. So we put the best athletes out there to get the job done, and the guys in front of me block, and hopefully I can get a return in the first game.
You guys were like top 5 in the country for most of the year and getting touchdowns when you got in the red zone, and then those last 2 games really struggled, and that's one of the big reasons why you guys lost. How important is it this year to, when you get in the red zone to get 7 and not 3?
It's very important. Coach preaches it all the time. He really says once we get past the 50, we need to score. That's pretty much our red zone. But I think definitely we need to increase the scoring chance when we get in the red zone because that's called flipping field position, and they talk about that all the time. And 7 points is way better than 3.
50. It's a pretty big red zone.
Yeah, it's when you get down there, that's flipping field position. That means the defense did their job. So then we should finish on our part.
Was that frustrating last year? Was that a big reason why you think against Air Force and Baylor that when you moved the ball, but you got down in the red zone and couldn't really get 7?
Yeah, I think we just got kind of lackadaisical down there, thinking it was just going to happen. We didn't really go out there and attack it, but I think we've adjusted mainly in the spring and then definitely during fall camp.
So much kind of unknown on this team, and some of the fans, maybe not buying tickets like usual. Do you guys feel like you have more to prove than ever before on this team?
I think, yeah, we have a lot to prove. Boise is usually known to be one of the top winning teams in the conference, and 10 wins is great, but I don't think our fans hold us at a higher standard. We haven't did that a couple years, so I definitely think we got some things to do this year, and I think we'll get it done.
Are you okay being in that situation where you guys feel like people aren't necessarily going to always come out for game 1, that you have to win a couple games and stuff like that? Is that okay with you guys? Can you live with that and try to prove that people should be coming out here?
Yeah, I think it's always better to start down and come up. It's usually harder to face going the other way, but I think they'll definitely start coming out once we handle business out there. But rather their support, we got to put on the show for them, even if they're watching at home.
You look at the matchup. There's 2 pretty good quarterbacks that are going to square off on Saturday, and just kind of curious, what type of confidence do you have in Brett and? Does he kind of put this offense give it peace of mind, I guess, just knowing he's back there?
Yeah, him and Montel do a pretty good job. They're pretty much equal. Montel, of course, can run, and then Brett, of course, knows the whole offense. So I think going into the game, I'm confident in both of them that they're going to put the ball where it needs to be and to who needs to get it. So Brett, he's definitely mastered the offense, so I'm pretty confident with him behind Mason and getting the job done.
With the other receivers, we've talked so much about those guys, and there's so much unknown, and none of us really going to know what it's going to look like till Saturday. But how those other guys progressed, and what are you expecting to see out of those guys?
I think they're going to be ready to play. So a lot of their first times getting in front of the play in front of the big crowd, and they've been working since spring. I know, working their butt off when I used to watch them. So I definitely think they're prepared. Now it's just ready to get the butterflies out, and then they're going to be ready to ball in front of everybody.
What's it like kind of being a guy, we saw the line for people trying to get your autograph and stuff like that. To have people, so many people be fans of yours and you get so much attention here and be one of the fan favorites. What does that mean to you?
I'm just happy that Bronco Nation stands behind each one of the players to support us. And I originally just stood up because my back was hurting sitting in the chair. I didn't really try to make a line for them, but I'm just happy that they support us and just hope that they keep supporting us throughout this whole season.
Is it cool to be in that role, though? I mean, like you said, you didn't plan it, but obviously people gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to support the team like that everybody comes out here just to support people, and then when the fans stand in line just to get autographs, because some people don't have fans that do that, and it's just an honor to be out here doing it.
What do you think having a healthy Jake Rowe is going to do for the offense, making him a weapon in the passing game?
I think it's definitely going to help us a lot because Jake's pretty much like another receiver, but he can also block. And I think Jake on a safety is like a mismatch. So it's definitely going to help us with him being healthy. And then he actually has great hands.
It's a bit random, but your last season at Coffeyville, what was that receiving crew like? I think about you, Owen Moore, I know Juwan Winfrey at Colorado. All three of you guys could have maybe pretty big roles this year. What was that team like? And you still obviously, I think you're still pretty close with some of those guys.
Yeah, I'm close with them all the time. We always FaceTime and all that, but I think it's just pretty much like anywhere you go, time builds relationships, and we got to spend a couple years together. And the JC is really small, so you usually hang out with the same people every day. And I think they're doing pretty good. I hope they have a good season.
Is it crazy that sort of talent on one junior college team at one position, though? I mean, that seems pretty rare. I don't know if you guys felt it was special or what.
Yeah, you definitely could feel the difference. You definitely could feel the difference with everybody being able to catch and everybody putting up high numbers in one season. We rarely ran the ball, so I mean the ball had to go somewhere.